With this unit from inside, thing with the gauges, they're labeled, they stay with the unit. These guys are contaminated.
So we're gonna work only on this unit?
Only on this unit, correct. Yeah. Convenient holder. Some of the methods, like I was talking about, first one is the halide detector that we'll end up using. The first, what we're gonna do is go ahead and you guys can write some of the information in. There's a data plate on the side of the unit. For those of you with really good eyesight, there's a test pressure on there. Actually, there's two of them.
Can't see it, bro. Yeah. Test pressure.
Man, we're looking the line, man. Alright, so
Pressures on there. Try to come up with what, for a test pressure in the system, we won't hurt any.
no,
So, because that's what it's rated for.
that's just the nitrogen, right?
What we're going to do is put in a small, maybe 10, 15 psi charge of R22. This way, when we put in the nitrogen under high pressure, it'll bleed out, okay? And then you can detect it a little easier with the sniffer or whatever. So, just simply use your gauges. What's the low and what's the high? And how can you tell?
This is the low side.
Low side.
Low side.
Those
Okay.
are put on switch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah? Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, you can also trace the lines and see what components they go to. Those are two discharge and suction service valves that are coming right off of the compressor. You could front seat those guys and isolate the compressor from the system and work on that whole thing, because that's a semi-hermetic.
It's almost the same.
Okay? Now, let's go ahead and crack those guys open.
It's fine, right? One or two.
Yeah, that's fine.
Abajo. That's good.
Good. Now, first thing you're going to do is you're going to come back and you're going to look to see if we have system pressure. Here we do.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do
Spurge.
is just purge this guy off. It's mostly nitrogen because it was probably from the last group that came in. So we have basically no pressure in the system at this point. All right. First thing we're going to do is add a trace amount of refrigerant. Whatever you're working on in the system is what you do. So we're going to go ahead.
Vapor side.
In this case, it really doesn't matter. Okay, we open up our tank for R22. Look at our gauges, and all we're going to do is crack both sides open real quick, just to put in a small amount of refrigerant on both the high and low side. So we've got about 10 psi. That's good. Close our tank.
When you open that, you open it fully, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
pretty much. Always open it fully and then back off about a quarter turn. All valves.
Compressor is
No, we're not going to run it in this case. We don't have to. Then you take your tank of nitrogen. Again, he's under high pressure. We're going to connect up to him.
Now we don't have to adjust anything with the regulator, or
Yeah, actually you do. The regulator here is all the way off. We have no pressure, but there's still pressure in our hose. So, I'm going to release that, a little bit of it. We're going to set our regulator. We're still showing about 100 in here. Let's back this off.
So wait, what exactly are you doing? Just releasing pressure?
Yeah, we have some residual pressure in the hose.
Mm-hmm.
I need to get rid of some. It's refrigerant. And it's getting cold. Let's raise this guy up. Come on.
what's the red stuff?
It's dye. We're about 130. Okay, so we've got about 130 psi now showing on our gauge. We have two gauges here. One of them tells us the high pressure that's in the tank, and it tells us how much basically we have left. They come with about 2,000. We're probably at about
18.
About 1850-ish. So he's pretty well filled. We're set to about 130, 125-ish with the regulator. All we have to do now, because the regulator is set, is open this guy up. Pressure from this guy, there we go, is going to go into the system.
Are they both open?
They're both open.
Okay.
Because he's set at about 125, in fact it's 125 on the head, the system is pressurized. You can go ahead and close these now, okay? I'm gonna grab some towels. I would recommend taking this guy and disconnecting him.
Is it ready to plug the nitrogen?
Yes. I opened up my valves, and we blew it through, and move him off so you don't knock him over. If you knock him over and you snap that off, this guy's under high pressure and the tank's gonna take off on you. Okay, so always be very careful with it. All right? So now we've got the system pressurized. We have a little bit of R22 in there. That'll help us out with the electronic sniffer. But let's go first with the old standby. Using the, they're using mask on this one. Light them off. Watch your hair. Stand back. You've got to let this thing go, because in here you have to warm up that little copper ring until it's glowing red. Leave it on high. Once that copper ring is glowing, it's getting there, you could back this guy down. You don't have to have a flame going full out.
Here's what I'm used to using.
Yeah.
D-Tech.
Mine is a bundle.
All right.
That, so.
Now, everybody kind of sees the flame.
Yeah.
It's in general, it's bluish. It will be somewhat green.
It's like
Yeah. Now, I don't know where our leaks are, but if you put the end of the hose and just watch the flame, and I can't see it.
Can you look up here? You can.
Could be one of the last things you end up doing as you run around screaming, "My hair is on fire."
Here, you might want to prove it here. Just
Yeah, here. Go ahead. I'll hang on to it. I think the valve that I'm sitting this on,
Can't see it.
yeah, it goes really slow, so when you do it, it takes time. But move it around real slow. I see a little bit of a change there. You're starting to get it. But I don't smell anything. I saw a little change. Let's try over here.
Are you smelling for the mustard gas or?
Yeah, you can't miss that odor. And again, some years this guy leaks like a sieve, other years you get nothing. Good. I didn't smell.
This open this?
Yeah. Anyways, the whole point is just go around to some of your points where it may leak.
What are you gonna see when it leaks? Like a different color?
You'll see a huge change in color
Oh.
on this guy. Now they're using MAP, and I don't think it makes a difference. It's just a matter. This is the first year I've seen it.
Oh, that was a big change.
Yeah. And although I don't really pick up an odor, but you will see a change, dramatic change. And you can go around to anything. You can go around to the service valves.
So it definitely leaks though.
Oh, smell it.
This system leaks like a shit.
Oh,
All
shit.
right.
So just find it.
When you're done,
Yeah.
just turn them off. Basic electronic sniffers come in all different sizes, shapes, brands, you name it.
You gotta get away from the.
Yeah, it's got to zero himself, so you start him up. Now he's ready to go. He's cleared himself. Take this guy. There's also audible. You can mute it, but you can see when there's a leak, the lights flash, and on here, the scale, it goes up. You can hear it. Okay? But it all depends. When you're in a really windy environment, this may not work. Okay? Yeah, it's a cheap way of doing UV. You'll see green jump out at you. I don't know if there is any now, but
You see right there?
you see any green?
Right here. Right here.
That's exactly what it looks like. It's like a fluorescent green. You won't see it unless you put the glasses on, or at least just look through the glasses. There. You see how it's green up on top there?
It all looks green to me.
I'm colorblind.
But you see how you have some green showing up. Now you don't really. Here you have more. You have some up here, and it's all around the place. It's all around. That's how. I'm good with that. Soap bubbles will start bubbling up.
Don't touch it. Don't even look at it. I'll yell at you. Kind of bubbly. Gary will have to put his glasses on.
If you wander around aimlessly,
If you want to do that one last,
Yeah.
right?
So
There we go.
You're supposed to bubble?
yeah, do soap bubbles last.
Oh, like right there?
Right, that guy is leaking. When you're done with soap bubbles, make sure you have some towels with wipe these guys off.
So are we fixing the leaks or are we just seeing, just checking?
Hmm?
Check it for leaks.
Yeah.
Yeah, just checking. Yeah, and we're good.